Folks, we are back here at ChicagoLand. Sorry for the technical difficulties up front. MDW, Matthew David Wood got the lead. Jurassic right behind him. Side-by-side battle with Chris Blanchard. Isaac Bevan sitting in that fourth spot. And Brian Chew holding down the top 5 right now. Holt McGill rolling 6 right now. But the battle is on for second. Jurassic and Blanchard for second.
My screen's blocked right now.
And MDW is still up there with that lead, trying to watch both of these lanes. You see Brian Chew, hell yeah, sending it down to the bottom side. They can go below that white line down there on the apron, folks, to improve their position. It ain't like Daytona or Talladega. You can go anywhere on the track, just like Holt McGill. Gonna take it 3 wide on the inside. Stick Chew straight into the middle. Ed Osborne up top. Now, correction, that is Stephen Gregory trying to roll up here as well. I mean, guys throwing some serious moves. McGill stuck right in the middle side. Chew down here as well. Scruggs all the way to the bottom. Bevan up top. Literally throw a blanket over these guys. And Scruggs is going to get into Chew. Almost knocks him up the hill. Here comes Gregory on the outside.
These guys still battling it out now, coming in to the back stretch. Watching these guys in the with Brian Chew, Stephen Gregory, Dustin Scruggs, Ed Osborne, all of them fighting for the position to try and get up front.
McGill's going to try to see if he can roll down here on this bottom side, trying to watch Bevan battle for the lead is on. We'll see how this ends up working out. Blanchard looked to the inside, Wood up top, but no run for Blanchard. He'll have to fall back in line. Wood's going to try to get the run off of the top side. We do want to mention some of the drivers that got involved in that accident. Tristan Bruce, Ryan Johnson, they have more or less just put it to you this way, they're gone. I would say that they have exited out, but we'll just keep it as blunt as we can. They're out of here. They left. But a couple other drivers, McGill was one of them. We thought he got involved. Cardenas, he's actually 1 lap down. He's got a shot to try to get back with a lucky dog. It's actually they are going by Cardenas right now. He is on the bottom, so actually he's going to be 2 laps down as of right now. Next guy they're going to be catching is Brandon Broadfoot in the 22. He got involved in that earlier crash as well. But still the fight is on right here. Try to get to lap 45. That's what they're trying to get to, folks. Lap 45 for stage number 1. Once they get to that, then we'll end up having a caution at lap 45. Wood still leads off 2, though. And folks, what we need to make sure that everybody knows is that it's actually jumped to the next feed. If you're on the very first one, we need to make sure that you go to the other one. Just go back to the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. You'll be able to see exactly where we're at. Actually, we see about 7 of you live, so I believe they ended up finding it, Dean. Just go to the Atlanta one. We'll end up adding it. We'll try to get it lined up however we can. Blanchard still holding on second. Wood still holding on to the lead. McGill better watch his back door. Here comes, Jurassic better watch his back door. Here comes Holden McGill.
Yeah, Jake, these guys that pitted, they'll be able to make to the end of the stage now. However, 4 of these 5 guys up front have not pitted. They will have to pit before the end of stage. That would be Matthew Wood, Chris Blanchard, Jordan Jurassic, and Isaac Bevan.
That's going to get interesting right there. Anybody knows about the Smokey and the Bandit movies, need to get them a little go-go juice. Make sure that they got enough of go-go juice to be able to make it all the way to the end. We'll see how that ends up working out for them. Up top, Blanchard, bottom side, Jurassic. Here comes McGill. Here comes Isaac Bevan. Gregory now will join this battle in the 61. That is literally 2nd through 6th that you see on your screen right there, battling it for the 2nd spot. And as we mentioned, lap 45, stage points will be paid out. And obviously those stage points, 1 point, we've seen it here in Nazareth, Stephen. 1 point can get you into the next round, or quite honestly, and be honest with you, it can kick your ass clean out of the playoffs.
Yes, it can. And we've still got about just under 20 laps to go before the end of the stage. These guys are already fighting for position. They're going to be fighting even harder here in about 10 laps as we watch these guys trade places, fighting each other, trying to get past. and but yet they're keeping it safe. That's a good thing there.
Yeah, I mean, good, hard, clean racing is what you're seeing right here, which is a shame, honestly, but, that they traded this place right here for a street course. And granted, our great producer, Mr. Dean Hopton Biggles, will actually disagree with me on that. I'm sure he loves the street course over this, but, I mean, I absolutely love this place right here. Actually, we're hearing in the background that apparently I'm wrong for a change. Can't believe that. Anyway, there you see McGill slides around. They're going to slide around Blanchard. So Miguel's going to hold on to that third spot. Bevan trying to put pressure in the 47. He's going to look to the top side. Behind him, you got Scruggs back here. Gregory up on the top side. Everybody trying to go around Blanchard. They're going to have to see if they can try to run down MDW and Jordan Jurassic. Wood, on the other hand, is gone. He is absolutely checked out right now in the second half over Holden McGill. Riding on board with Stephen Thomas. Looking back right here, there's Blanchard right in front of him. You got Scruggs up there and then Gregory right in front of him. So Blanchard's slipping back, but caution is out. Big wreck, and one of them involved is the 4 of Joshua Rodriguez. One of them that was involved. We're also hearing the 94 was one of them that was involved. That was Eric Zimmerman, but big time hit right here for Joshua Rodriguez, who won last week and got himself into it. You can tell right there. Yeah, you can tell he is absolutely, yeah, I'm going to keep it as clean as I can at that point, but damn well he is upset right there from, I guess you could say the highest of highs last week to the lowest of lows this week. Check it out, Matt Cherry right here behind Zimmerman. I think Zimmerman just gets a little bit loose right here. He gets a little bit loose. No, Cherry just straight up drives over him right here, jacks him up, spins him around, and then Rodriguez got nowhere to go and then just gets nailed right there by Joshua Suss. And it's pretty much going to end Rodriguez's night. Like I said, from the glitz and glamour of winning and getting him one at Daytona all the way to going to be in a hole going to Atlanta next week, Steven.
Yeah, he will, and that'll be a that'll dig himself a little hole next week. He'll have to make up for this.
And big thing about it is, see, next week we're actually going to be at Legacy Atlanta, so it's not going to be a super speedway. Which is going to be a little bit different. There you see Joshua Suss drive straight in, gets into Rodriguez, and Rodriguez is probably going to have him a meatball flag. I'm looking. Yes, Joshua Rodriguez does have that meatball flag. He's going to have to get some required repairs done. Obviously, we saw him turn the camera off. He doesn't want to be, and I don't blame him. I mean, you come from a high last week and then go to a low this week. Yeah, I mean, I'd absolutely want to about throw anything I could find. Check out Huck Wigington 00 right there. Pretty cool right there for Huck. If we can, I got a feeling he's probably outside the car. Well, yeah, I mean, his driver's going to be in the car. Yep. Anyway, real quick, if we could, Dean, I do want to go and give a shout out to Adam Newton right here, and I do want to, and then I do this, I want to do this for a reason, because this paint scheme is absolutely beautiful. If we can check that out, check it out. Starbase Comics right there on the front. But check it out. You got Yoda right there on the side, folks. This is a throwback paint scheme that Huck Wigington has actually made, through his paints. Huck made this paint scheme right here. He done the same thing for me when he made my paint scheme with Blue Line Designs for the Batman car. He made this paint scheme right here, and this is literally pretty damn close to what Martin Truex Jr. was going to run this weekend in his very final race at Phoenix. And beautiful paint scheme right there by Huck Wigington. You got the Starbase Comics. Like I said, it's got Yoda right there on the hood. You can't get much closer than that right there, Steven, for a paint scheme that another driver's going to run. And shout out to Adam Newton and Huck Wigington. And also, if Martin Truex Jr. ever sees this, man, I've been a fan of you ever since 2004 when you ran for Dale Jr. Hell of a career and happy retirement.
Yeah, in the same way. I had followed him since he was with DEI, and then of course he went to my home team there in Denver, Furniture Row. Kind of sad that they closed down, but then I really became a fan of him then, and have followed him every race since then. Yeah, you're going to be missed, Martin, and good luck to you in your future endeavors.
He's a working man's hero. That's the way that I look at it. Martin Truex Jr., the working man's hero out of all of them. Check it out right there. There's your schedule. We talked about it. MDW, Adam Newton, obviously won at Talladega. Tristan Bruce, Holden McGill, Ryan Johnson, Joshua Rodriguez. Obviously, there's your playoffs, Chicagoland, Atlanta, and Homestead. Do want to mention with Adam Newton, we had Adam Newton, Hut Wigginton, and Keith Bradley, which, matter of fact, I think he was on his way to work. They're going to be on the show this week, the Door Bang and Download podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get that. And it started off tamed. I will go ahead and give y'all a little bit of an insight on it. It started off tamed, but by the time it ended, we'll be lucky if we put out another episode next week. We'll be lucky if we don't get canceled, because it absolutely went off the walls, and brought up some real life topics in the We Got Beef segment. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the show. Like I said, make sure your kids ain't around, because they don't want to be hearing all that cussing and all that stuff. So anyway, you get a chance, check that out after you get done with the DSR Electric 200. You see Jordan Jurassic, Holden McGill up front. They can make it. Let's see if they can make it all the way to the end. Who's going to win that stage? Green flag in the air. Jurassic, he's going to get away with the lead. Gregory going to battle it out with Holden McGill for that second spot. Scruggs going to be up on that top side. Stephen Thomas started 19th in the field. He's got a shot. He may get up here. He may win stage one.
Jake, you mentioned earlier about the Chicago Street Course. We got about 5 weeks in the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here that we're here on tonight. We'll be there.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me, Stephen. I absolutely hate that place. Check out this drive by the 23 of Stephen Thomas. I mentioned it, 19th at the start, and he has a shot to get up here and get him the stage one win. But he's got to go through Gregory. He's got to go through Jurassic, and he's got to hold off Holden McGill with 4 wins on the season. Not going to be able to hold him off right there. McGill to the bottom side. Scruggs right behind him. He may be looking 3 wide. Yes, he's going to take it 3 wide. Coming off of turn number 3, gets him in the right rear a little bit. Knocks Thomas up the hill. Now Thomas going to jump down in that hole right in front of Adam Newton. Check it out, riding on board. Got Yoda right there on the front. And Thomas comes down, cuts off Newton a little bit. And now Newton's going to have to back away, and he's got to try to figure out another way to get up there with these guys.
About 9 laps to go before the end of the stage. These guys are going to start getting greedy. They're going to start doing some pushing and shoving, and hopefully not bring out any caution flags, but we'll see how it all pans out, who crosses that line first and who the top 10 are.
We'll see how that ends up working out. Right now, Jurassic still has the lead. McGill on the bottom, Gregory up top. Scruggs sends it. Got to get out of the gas. Damn near runs over Holden McGill. Thomas right behind him now. He may end up giving Dustin Scruggs a little bit of his own medicine right here going into turn 3. You got Ed Osborne back here. He started 8th. Good start for Ed. And good run so far out of the number 28. Adam Newbert. Haven't talked a whole lot about him back there in that 04. Haven't seen him for quite some time. He's out here. He's representing Dan Gobble with the DSR Electric all over the 04 Toyota. He's going to take a shot to the inside. Old Ed Osborne coming off of 2.
Jordan Jurassic holds on to the lead. Stephen McGregor right behind him. On with Holden McGill, Dustin Scruggs, Stephen Thomas. Coming out of the backstretch into turn 3, we still got some trucks going 3 wide and 2 wide back here towards the middle of the pack.
Wow. That is a gaggle of cars. If we can slide back, I know we're getting close to the end of the stage, but check out this gaggle back here with Keith Haney, Chris Blanchard, Robbie Richards. You're seeing it back there live here on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. They are 3, they are 4, and they may end up going 5 wide at one point. They fan out all over the place. Haney back here trying to get a run. That's Rivera right here in front of him. Brian Chew trying to see if he can roll on this inside lane, get him some stage points. He's got to get around Newbert. Yes, he's going to get around Newbert. Adam Newton, who was up here, had a shot to go for the stage, and the power of the camel as we talked about on the show, the power of the camel is not working out right now for the number 19. He's starting to slip back big time outside of the top 10. But up front, Jurassic still has it. Gregory trying to hold off, riding on board with Holden McGill. McGill trying to go for second.
Jordan Jurassic out front by about a quarter of a second to 3/10 of a second now over Stephen Gregory, Holden McGill, and Stephen Gregory about 4/hundredths of a second behind each other. So we got a whole gaggle of trucks back here trying to fight for that top 10. They want them stage points, help them off in the playoff.
Yeah, you got to get all the points that you can get. 5 to go before we end stage number 1. McGill on the bottom. He's going to have Scruggs up top. Outside lane will get that run. McGill down on the bottom side. Scruggs may pinch him to try to get him out of the gas. Coming off of 4. Got to be careful. This turn 4 has been very crazy. And now they're going to scammer all over the place. Chew all the way down to the apron. Damn near down to the grass. But big thing about that, when they get on that bottom side, Steven, they don't have to let him up, and McGill actually give him a hole and give him a lane and let him up. Isaac Bowman takes it all the way on the top, gets a hell of a run. He's going to go all the way a second from the outside. That last lap, he was 6th. Got the outside, made it work. Jurassic's going to have to pit. He ain't got enough of gas. Bevan's going to dive down, and here comes Brian Chew for the lead.
Yeah, Jurassic is one of those that was not going to be able to make it to the end. I'm surprised that Bevan and McGill are still out there because I know McGill was the only one at the beginning that had pitted, but some of these guys still haven't pitted, so they're going to have to be running on fumes here about now.
We'll see who's going to be throwing all the blocks as they can. Blanchard tried to throw a block on Bevan. You got to literally throw a blanket over the top 3. Chew trying to get away. Right there, honestly, I talked about it right there. They started green here tonight. Chew was just straight up shocked that he even made the playoffs. He thought he wasn't even going to make it into the Sweet 20 and run for a championship. But out of luck, somehow or another, Brian Chew made the playoffs, comes in tonight below that cut line. This is going to help him out big right here if he can get him a stage win, but he's got to deal with Chris Blanchard. Coming off of turn 4, 1 lap remaining before we close out stage number 1.
Brian Chew holds on to that lead. Chris Blanchard sticking his nose on the inside, trying to see what he can do there as they come out of turn 2. He single files up, not able to get around him.
Doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull it off. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull it off. He's going to take a shot down to the inside. Chew going to try to ride the seam, and it's going to ride him all the way to a stage 1 win. Brian Chew at the line. Thought he wasn't going to run for the playoffs. Thought he wasn't going to run for a championship. Guess what? He comes out, fuels that fire. He will get that stage 1 win. Blanchard will get second. Bevan third. Gregory will get 4th. Holden McGill will hold on to 5th. Dustin Scruggs, Huck Wigington from 29th up to 7th. The power of Murph's magical unicorn on the hood. He'll end up finishing 7th in stage 1. Thomas, Cherry, and Osborne, top 10, will receive stage points. But stage 1 will go to the DSR Electric Toyota number 51 of Brian Chew here tonight at Chicagoland. We're going to hang around here for just a quick second, kind of see what's going to happen right here with the pits. And Chew had a hell of a drive right there. We do want to mention Jordan Jurassic was going to get the lucky dog. Actually, I think he's actually going to be able to get it. Dane Hagan was 1 lap down. I thought Dane was actually going to get the lucky dog, but it turns out Jordan Jurassic may end up getting it right here. We'll see how this all plays out with the rest of these guys as they're going to get ready to go down. And, Steven, I believe everybody's going and getting them 4 fresh tires right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're all going to have to come in now to get fuel, get tires, grab a Coke from their pit crew, and then head back out onto the track.
It depends on who they are.
You know what some Aussie said to me last night in an Aussie Australian NASCAR series? He's going to get some stickers, some fresh stickers, some new stickers.
Yes.
There you go, John.
Yes, stickers, freshies, however you
and
want
I said
to do
Jacob
it.
calls them freshies.
Yeah. I mean, we call them all. You can call pretty much fresh tires anything. Call them stickers, freshies, new ones, however you want to look at it. And that's exactly what Brian Chew will get. He's going to get enough of it. He's going to get enough of a lead going in. He's going to be the first one out. Huck Wigington actually going to stay out on the track, try to lead him a lap. Obviously, Huck in that consolation bracket. So Huck Wigington will stay out, get that lap led, and obviously he will go down and pit. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Bring you right back. See if we can have us a little talk with Brian Chew. If we can find him, yes, I see him down there with sick with it, so we'll talk to him when we come back from this short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series live on the Nazareth 360 Racing Network.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Are you ready?
For Murph's Magical Creations. Home to custom laser engraving and gifts. This veteran-owned and operated company engraves for all occasions. If you want one of Murph's Magical Creations, call the number on your screen or commission through either Instagram or via email. Murph's Magical Creations, made with love for you.
Folks, we're back here at ChicagoLand watching them go through the tri-oval. We'll bring up our Stage 1 winner, Mr. Brian Chew. Brian, hell of a drive from 13th up here to get him a Stage 1 win. Tell us about your race so far, buddy.
Yeah, man, I didn't think I was going to go nowhere because I stayed out on that first pit stop. So I decided to go ahead and take them tires and gamble and try to get some stage points because I basically came in here 20th. Last place in points. To go up and get a stage win, I felt like it was going to be beneficial to me. I know it's going to be a little rough here on the start here, but I'm just going to see what I can do, hang on, and get some tires here soon and try to hang in there and stay in it.
And Chew, real quick before we send you back, I talked about it. I saw it in the driver chat earlier this week. You were shocked that you even made the playoffs. Like, you were actually straight up shocked. You thought you was completely out. How was you feeling when you actually found out that, hell yeah, I actually made it?
Yeah, after that wreck at Daytona last lap, I thought I was out for sure. I was pissed off, obviously, because it got wrecked out. But it's a second chance, and I'm going to get here and take it. Jacob, you know how I can do it.
Absolutely. Seize on the opportunity, Brian. Appreciate your time, buddy. Good luck. Send him on back down as we're getting ready for a restart. Huck Wigington decided to stay out. He's got the power of the unicorn right on the hood. And Huck's going to get away with a pretty good lead jump away. Chew going to be back here. Blanchard's going to dive it down to the inside. They're going to have to worry about Bevan. Bevan getting a shove from Gregory. Gregory back here getting a shove from Scruggs. They're all going to gang up on old Huck going into turn 3.
I think something happened with Jurassic. He's back here in the back by himself, quite a ways back, too. He didn't quite catch up to the group for the green flag. Oh, there goes the 61 around.
Gregory's going to go around, and we may end up having a hell of a wreck. But no, Gregory's going to spin down to the inside in the grass, and caution will fly once again. McGill, another one that got involved as well. And that's going to be big right there for Holden McGill, which obviously got all those wins and playoff points, all that. Got to keep him high up on that grid, but you don't want to end up having an issue like this. Check it out on the instant replay. You're going to see Gregory right here. Gregory's just going to get loose right here on the bottom side. You would think Scruggs is going to get him, but at this point, yeah, you already see him. He's already sideways before Scruggs even gets into him. And then eventually, Scruggs has got nowhere to go. He gets into him, chews up top. McGill tries to check up. I think that was Ed Osborne in the 28 that got into McGill, knocked him sideways. McGill gets very, very lucky that he didn't slide right back up in the middle of traffic riding on board with Holden McGill. And you'll see the stack up on the inside. This is when Gregory, you see him already sideways. He gets loose. Scruggs gets him. McGill tries to jam on the brakes, gets into the back of Stephen Thomas. And then once he did, Ed Osborne got him in the tailgate, set him around. And unfortunate right there for Gregory and McGill, but McGill's got a lot of playoff points in the bank. He can afford this, I guess you could say, Stephen. He can afford to have him a little bit of a problem right here.
Yeah, going down there, getting some repairs done. Hopefully they don't have too much damage. As we did see McGill slam into the rear end of another truck. He might have some pretty good front end damage, but they're down there now getting some repairs done. Hopefully they can come back out.
Yeah, and I'm looking at McGill. I don't see that meatball flag, folks. If you have never seen what a meatball flag is, I encourage you to go on Google and look up what a meatball flag is, because literally what we say it is exactly what the hell it looks like. It's a black flag with an orange, meatball right smack dab in the middle of it. Not what you would see on your plate with spaghetti, but it's an orange circle filled in. And that's what we call a meatball flag when they have required repairs. So McGill does not have no required repairs, but he is going to be tail end Charlie of the lap down car. As a matter of fact, Jordan Jurassic is actually going to get that lucky dog, so he's going to get back on the lead lap. So Rodriguez, we saw him a while ago. He was a little bit ticked off about how the wreck happened, thought it was going to screw him out of a shot to get him some points, but he's back on the lead lap right here. Steven, Rodriguez may still have a shot right here.
Yeah, if he's on the lead lap, any of these guys right now still have a chance. I mean, we still got 90 plus laps to go.
Yeah, we still got plenty of time here to go. Check it out, Brandon Broadfoot right there. Saw him up in an earlier accident. That was the same one that Rodriguez was in. Broadfoot got involved in that. Check him out. Got the VR right there. Rodriguez going down, getting him some more damage fixed. And he's trying to make sure that Rodriguez is we see him right there. He's a little bit ticked right here. Dean's wanting us to talk to him. I got a feeling we're not going to go that far. We're not going to go that far. He got his camera fixed, but I still think he's probably still a little bit ticked off. I would try to stay clear of that. And, well, I mean, Dean, you want to chime in right here, baby?
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. He's very frustrated because, you know, he's come off, you could see the schedule. He got Daytona, right? He's got the big one there. So he's pumped up. He's excited. And he was doing a good job. He was racing. He was just, it's an unfortunate situation. I know you beat yourself up over it. But, you know, mate, it wasn't your fault. You know, it's just an incident that got up the road there. It gave you a little bit of a ding, a wreck, and he's in there getting some repairs. But, no, I think he might be out now, come back out on the track. But, you know, you still got 91 laps in this one. You never know. Big wrecks can happen at the front there, and all of a sudden you're back into it. So I wouldn't beat yourself up too much over it, but then again, I'm not a race driver.
Yeah, but
Wesley and I talked about this the other night, Wednesday night's race. You know, for the people that are watching this race and don't know, NASDA 360, these drivers, their teams pay a charter fee. They pay entry fees. So when you get wrecked that early, that much damage, you're gonna get angry. Especially when you're in the playoffs and now you got to fight your way back in next week.
Yeah, and a lot of money on the line if you win that championship. Obviously, you win the championship, you get the money, but then you get to go down in the history books of NASRA as a champion, something odds are I'll probably never get. Never know. Hell, I'll be around for a good while. We'll see how it ends up working out, but here we go. Chris Blanchard knows how to get it done. He's up front. Started 10th on the outside lane. Gas is up. Bevan on the bottom side trying to get a shove from Scruggs. Isaac Bevan, a driver that we haven't really talked a whole lot about. He's outside the playoffs in that consolation bracket I was talking about with Hunt Wellington. He's up here. He's got a shot, but now he's got to worry about some of these guys that is in the playoffs, one of them being Dustin Scruggs to the inside. Bevan up top, Scruggs on the bottom. Bevan gets loose, steps up, and now Scruggs going to get the run on the inside. He may try to go for the old twofer. Yes, he will. He will dive to the inside of Blanchard going into turn one. Scruggs going for the lead.
That's one thing I was going to ask you, because I saw on Discord earlier reminding the drivers to put their playoff banners on their trucks. What do these banners look like? I don't really see anything different.
Yeah, Scruggs right here, as you look right here on the back, it is a blue banner. Right here, blue on the spoiler, and if we can get a shot of right above the windshield, you will see that it will say DSR Electric, and it will be blue. So there you see right there, Scruggs got it blue, the splitter is blue, the spoiler is blue. That indicates that they are in the playoffs. You go and you look at Blanchard. Blanchard does not have anything blue on his windshield, his splitter, or his spoiler. You go back to Stephen Thomas, which is going to be a real hard one to pick, but Thomas, nothing blue on or above the windshield. So some of these drivers that has that blue above the windshield, Holden McGill has one. I'm sure Tristan Bruce, Ryan Johnson, Matt Cherry, you see right there in the 45, he's blue above his windshield as well and got blue on the splitter and the spoiler. So that's how you figure out who's in the playoffs and who is not. And Cherry, just mentioning him, he started 30th. He's up here in 6th right now, and he's actually trying to go for a top 5, trying to go around on Ed Osborne on that outside.
Yeah, Matt Cherry's the biggest mover of the race so far, up 25 spots, along with Keith Haney. Keith Haney back there in 8th, he's also up 25 spots. So we've had a couple of really big movers in the race so far here in the second stage.
Boy, Cherry just damn near about ran straight over Isaac Bevan. Gets out of the gas before he runs him over, but now he's going to dive to the inside. Thomas going to try to roll that bottom side. Cherry maybe looking 3 wide, thinks different, jumps right back in behind Stephen Thomas. Right behind him, Adam Newton in the Bass Pro Shop looking truck, I guess you could say, but it's Starbase Comics. I'm looking at that, and I seriously think that's a Bass Pro Shop's truck. But now he's clawed himself back up here to 6th. He's bringing his good friend, literally, his real good friend, Robbie Richards, right behind him. And Richards started 21st, is up here in 7th. So Richards up here, not in the playoffs, but he's got a shot. Here we go, 3 wide right behind him. Adam Newbert stuck in the middle. Wood on the bottom side. Here comes Rivera on that outside lane in the 20. Newbert tries to come up. Rivera almost squeezed himself into the fence with Newbert. Back here, it usually is like this right here, Steven. Up front, maybe cool, calm, and collected. Once you get back here to the 10th, 15th area, that's where all hell's breaking loose back here. Everybody just straight up sending it.
Yeah, and Holden McGill, he started in the back on this green flag restart, and he's moved up to almost halfway through the field now.
McGill trying to see if he can make something work up here. McGill right now sitting in a pretty good little spot right now for that number 12. Currently, he's back there in the, from what I'm saying, he's in the 23rd position. Holy hell. Mazza, do not pull your phone out. Be patient. 2 hands on the wheel. Pay attention to what's going on. I don't give a damn Taco Bell calls right now. You better hold on to that sucker and keep it on the bottom and watch out, because all hell may end up breaking loose right here in front of Raul Meza. Got Osborne up top. You got Beard down on the bottom side. Devin Painter, another playoff driver, 99 right there behind him. They were talking about him being a silent assassin in that number 99. Very calm, very cool, very collected. Does not say a whole lot in Blue Line chat. He just shows up when it matters. And he started 24th. He's up in 16th right now.
You know, this 5th through 10th spots tonight have been a lot of fun to watch, because they're all grouped up together. They're all fighting for to move up a spot, and it's been like this all night, it seems like.
3 wide back there where Pater is right now. Osborne stuck in the middle. Beard down on the bottom side. Now they're going to get it back to 2 wide. He's right on board right there with, I believe that is Blanchard. Yes, Blanchard up on that top side. Painter trying to get up there and give a run. Now Bevan stuck in the middle. Osborne down on the bottom side. Painter trying to jump up here and get in right behind Blanchard. Bevan has to get out of the gas. Beard damn near runs him over. Painter damn near shoving Blanchard off 3 and 4, trying to get it wound up, trying to get it going, and get up here and get inside the top 10, pay him some stage points at lap 95. Got a long way to go till we get to it, but still, he's trying to get up here and get himself in position, get him some stage points.
And on the backstretch going into turn 3 is Dustin Scruggs. He now has almost a full second lead over Matt Cherry at the moment. And then Stephen Thomas is about 2/10 behind Matt Cherry.
And we're still sitting back here just watching this right here. I mean, just guys straight up sending it, trying to make it stick, trying to get what they can get. Everybody, all these guys has really got to be glued to the TV, monitor, VR, however you want to look at it. Rivera took a shot at MDW, did not make it stick. Wood's going to get around Rivera, so he'll go up to 9th. Gregory right in front of Wood. There you see Keith Haney right here on the bottom side. Richards up top right behind his good buddy Adam Newton. Here comes Newbert in the 04. Adam Newbert trying to get it going as well. 2 Georgia boys right here, mind you. Haney and Newbert up here battling it out for that 7th spot. But holy hell, I knew we got to stay with this right here. This is where the action is right here, Dane.
Yeah, and Holden McGill's right in the middle of it all, too.
These guys
15,
really,
looking at 15th through 19th, all jumbled up. Every one of these guys, including Holden McGill, in the 16th spot right now, trying to work their way to the front to get them stage points at the end of the stage, which will be at lap 95.
And one thing about this right there, you see the 12 right here of Holden McGill. One thing I do want to mention is when they had that whole accident where Gregory got loose, sucked around, spun around, McGill got into the back of Stephen Thomas. What you got to worry about is Thomas has got his whole tailgate straight up dented in. McGill gets him pretty good. You got to worry about that front end being messed up as you see Blanchard going in. But with these high speeds that they're having right here, Steven, a lot of them's not really out of the gas that much. You're damn near full throttle all the way around this place. Got to watch those temps. Even if you don't have any front end damage, you got to make sure that you watch your temps, because you get in the draft, you get in behind somebody, that oil and that water temperature can skyrocket in a hurry.
Yeah, the guys that are leading the groups, they don't have to worry about it too much, but these guys that are following close behind them, it cuts off that air to that grill, and yeah, the water temperature will go up. And as you mentioned, they've got to watch that. It could ruin their night in a heartbeat.
And Stephen, when we mean ruin their night in a heartbeat, what happens to the engine when it gets hot?
It goes kablooey.
I was going to say it goes kapooey, but yeah, you can go with that. Yeah, it goes bang, basically like a shotgun.
Yeah, Dean said bang.
Off.
Dean said bang. I said kablooey.
Yeah, it goes the bank balance. Yeah, however you want to look at it. But up front, still some battles playing out up here. Adam Newton's actually drove back up to the 3rd spot. He's brought Robbie Richards right behind him. Both of them got around Stephen Thomas. CMDW right here trying to take a shot at Haiti. He's going to leave the outside door open for Stephen Gregory. So Gregory going to roll right up against literally the Kyle Larson line, or the high side tickler Kyle Strickler for some of you dirt racing fans out there, trying to roll up here as well. So Gregory trying to make it work up on that top side. Wood now down on the bottom side. Gregory up there, he's still trying to make it work. Haney may end up trying to see if he can roll on this outside. He's going to try to make it work and try to get around Newbert. Newbert's going to get loose, and Newbert, hell of a
Nice
save by the 0-4 of Adam Newbert, but it's going to cost him. He's going to lose a couple.
And Matt Cherry now is gaining a little bit on Dustin Scruggs up there in the lead. He's 9/10 back now, where he was just over a second behind him. So he's doing his hardest to catch up to him in these next 25, 26 laps.
Riding on board with MDW, Matthew David Wood right behind Keith Haney, trying to see if he can get up here, get him to the outside. Now Haney takes a shot to the inside. Thomas stuck up on the top side. Wood going to try to follow, look like Thomas, but he's going to think different. He's going to try to roll right here. He's going to stay right behind him. Haney actually able to get that spot. So Keith Haney's going to bump himself up to the 5th spot and get around Thomas. Haney, mind you, started 33rd in the field, and he's up here in 5th. Did not qualify, mind you. And 2nd place right now running Matt Cherry did not qualify neither. He's up here sitting in 2nd. So some of these guys didn't even run a qualifying lap. 2 of them, mind you, they're both up here inside the top 5.
Yeah, we mentioned those 2 guys earlier this evening, up 28 spots. Both of them. One, Matt Cherry in 2nd. Keith Haney running back there in 5th. They've had a real good trucks to get up here from clearing the back. That would be 30th and 33rd.
And MDW's really got to try to find some kind of help. He's got to get some fans out there to holler for him. He's got to get something going right here. He has took numerous shots at Thomas and finally wound up making it work. So apparently all I had to do was talk about it, and he shot right around him. So Wood is going to go to 6th. Thomas kicked back to 7th. And for the most part, it's calm, cool, and collected up here inside the top 7, top 8. You slip back a little bit, it's all actually really calmed down. Every bit of it really has calmed down back here from what we saw 3 and close to 4 wide racing. It seems like, honestly, Steven, everybody's just kind of just chilled out for a little bit. I think they're just all trying to chill out and try to get to the end of the 2nd stage. But the thing about it is, there's no caution right here at the end of stage number 2.
And the fuel pit window's about lap 35, so I think it's not going to be too much longer. We'll start seeing some green flag pit stops.
And, Steven, when would you prefer to go in right here on this run? As we're actually hearing there is a wreck somewhere on the field. Yes, it's going to be a caution. And Chris Blanchard, from what we're hearing, and then the 9, one of those that is involved from what I was hearing. And yes, it was hard impact on the outside retaining wall. Blanchard gets right rear hooked by Zimmerman in the 94, and that's going to bring out the caution. Check it out right here. Pulse Popper's instant replay. Blanchard, we saw him a while ago. Fresh tires. Tries to get around Zimmerman. Zimmerman just comes down. That's a right rear hook. That's, oh boy, that's no good right there, Steve.
It looks like to me Zimmerman didn't know Blanchard was down there and was coming down to the bottom of the track, coming out of the turn there, and just took him out. I don't think it was on purpose.
Well, I mean, Steven, they're never really or ever on purpose when situations happen like that right there. But still, it's not a good look. You could look and say possibly Zimmerman gets a little bit loose and slides down. Maybe he just got loose, comes down and gets into him right there. But still, right rear hooks never look good. Now, I was fixing to talk to you and ask you when would be a good time right here. Steven, if they go right here with everybody getting 4 fresh tires, they should be able to make it right here, right?
Yeah, this will be a good time to come in and pit. Use that caution flag. That way you don't lose any spots. But, yeah, I was going to say pit now. And then just before I said that, the caution flag came out. So don't have to worry about that. And they can make it to the end of the stage from here. It's only 15 laps away, 16 laps.
We'll see who's going to beat who off of pit road. Is Scruggs going to beat them all off? Yes, he's going to beat every damn one of them. Cherry's going to come off 2nd. Adam Newton will come off 3rd. Looks like Richards is going to hold that 4th spot. No, actually, Haney is going to jump him. So Haney's going to come off right in front of Robbie Richards, your top 5 right there on your screen. We're going to step away real quick, take a commercial break. Be right back for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series Playoffs Race number 1. Here for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here at Chicagoland. And folks, we are back here at Chicagoland. You just saw one of our great sponsors, Premier Racing Setups. You need one, you know where to go, PremierRacingSetups.com. Enter the code NAZRA. Get that 15% off your entire order. And we talked about, as we're actually going to see some of the upcoming, we talked about it earlier, DSR Electrics on Mondays, Blanchard's Towing Xfinity on Tuesdays, NASRA Cup Series on Wednesdays, obviously Goat Locker with me and Dean on Thursdays, and then right here, why each and every one of you is here tonight for the concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series here on a beautiful Friday night in the Windy City, Chicago Speedway here this evening. I tell you what, let's go ahead and see if we can bring up the power of the camel here tonight with Adam Newton in the number 19. And Adam, pretty good little race. Beautiful truck, by the way, that Hunt Whittington and Blue Line schemes have made for you right there. Tell us about that paint scheme, because I was talking about it. Me and Steven, we're big Truex fans.
Yeah, this is a tribute to Truex in his final race, and several of us are fans, and I'm a fan of Truex, and yeah, he did this scheme, and I'm glad that he did.
And I'm assuming that's why you drive the 19 is because of Truex.
That's right.
Just wild guess. Just wild guess.
Slightly.
Slightly. But Adam, obviously we talked Blue Line Racing on the door banging download this week. You, Huck, and Keith. Obviously Keith's not here tonight. But we talked a little bit about it on the podcast, but just real quickly, what's it mean to have Blue Line Racing have three guys? Remember, we can't forget about Painter, but three guys in the playoffs for the very first time in Blue Line Racing history. What's it mean for Blue Line Racing?
Huge, man. It means a lot for him as sponsors. Huck deserves this, and I hope we get a good finish for him tonight and keep digging.
We'll see what happens.
Power to the Campbell. Power to the Campbell.
Try to do the power to the camel and put that 19 Bass Pro Shops looking car somewhere where Truex hasn't done it all season. Let's try to put it in victory lane. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
Cannot believe I just took a shot at my favorite driver right here live on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. I am going to lose sleep. No, I'm not. Green flag is in the air. Dustin Scruggs gasses up, gets away. His teammate Cherry back here, maybe stacked up Newton a little bit. Haney, however, on the outside trying to get rolling. Newton down on the inside. He's trying to follow Cherry. Now Cherry jumps up, tries to get some draft. He's going to hang Newton out, but Newton's going to have his buddy Robbie Richards right behind him. And Adam Newbert's going to roll in this inside lane as well. Wood up top, trying to get it to work. Now Newbert's going to slip. Almost busted his tail right there coming off 3 and 4. And that momentum that I was talking about, Steve, got to be in it wide open in the throttle. He's going to lose a lot of spots right here.
Yeah, he'll drop back a little bit, but I think he can make it back up easily. I'm back here. Rodriguez just about went around coming out of turn 4, but he was able to catch it. And we're watching Dustin Scruggs up there in the front. Matt Cherry. Scruggs is already a quarter of a second out in front. And then we got Adam Newton. He's already back here trying to fight for that 4th spot again. He'll move up.
Wood actually went from the top, got around Newton, jumps it to the bottom. MDW is going to go all the way to 3rd. He's going to shoot around Keith Haney. We got a slider down there on the bottom of the racetrack. I meant to say a lapper on the bottom of the racetrack. Have no idea where slider come from. Have no idea where the hell it come from. But Wood starting to get up here, close in on this Mission 1 Esports 1-2 up here and try to spoil the party here with these guys right here. Cherry all over the back bumper. Scruggs right in front of him, but Scruggs got that clean air. Cherry trying to use the draft to get around Scruggs, and right behind him, Haney is not letting MDW get away. So front 4 guys looking pretty good. Newton not too far back from this as well. Top 5 maybe trying to separate themselves from the rest of the field if they can.
And that was Brennan Broadfoot on the apron back there on the backstretch. He's just gone into the pits now.
May have been a little bit of damage on number 22. See it out there in the driver chat. Eric Zimmerman parks it here tonight. So Eric Zimmerman done for the evening. This is getting right into twice tonight. And like I said, I've been in that situation here lately, boys. Getting involved in that. You damn right, Dean. I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah. I mean, it seems like every time I race, I end up getting messed up. At least that's how it's been this week. One of them was my fault. I fell asleep, and then I got up maybe 30 minutes before the race, jumped in. I was half asleep, and I spun it out off turn 2 with the truck race at Chicago. You want to hear about it? Door bang download Spotify podcast. I was very careful about it. I was pretty upset about it. But MDW second got around Cherry while I was talking about that. Wood now going to set his sights on Dustin Scruggs. Steven, right here coming to the end of stage number 2. No caution right here. How aggressive would you be? Doesn't look like Scruggs is going to be really aggressive right here to try to hold him off.
Yeah, if I'm fighting to stay in the playoffs, I'd be aggressive as I could be right now. Playing it safe, of course, but yeah, being aggressive. We got 3 drivers that have gone into back to their haulers now. Tristan Bruce, Dylan Cardenas, and Ryan Johnson. Eric Zimmerman's still out there 10 laps down.
And Wood is going to get around. He's going to get the lead. Now Scruggs jumps right up on the tailgate. Almost give him a little love tap, but then he's going to jump out and try to get him a run. He's actually going to maybe end up losing a spot. Nope. He's going to drop it right down in front of Cherry. Cherry's going to get loose behind him. Scruggs with a run to the inside. Wood's not going to put the block on him. Scruggs trying to go back to the front, and it's going to pay off for him. So Dustin Scruggs goes back to the front, uses a little bit of Mission 1 Esports power to get around MDW, but now Wood's not going to go down without a fight right here. This is going to be good right here with 4 to go right here, Steven.
Yeah, we've actually got about 5 to go with that last lap. That lap 95. Yeah, Dustin Scruggs, Matthew Wood. Matthew Wood, I don't think he's going to give up too easy. We see him here inching closer to Scruggs. See if he can get another pass, and this will be a good battle for the end of the stage.
Remember, folks, it will stay under green. See the race details right there. 95 at the end of that. That's when you're going to end up seeing it get good right there. You're going to see it get good right here in about another 2 laps right here, especially when it clicks over to 94. And they know they got 2 laps to go to the end of the stage. You're going to see some haymakers being thrown right here. Probably see some blocks being thrown. And I got a feeling somebody may end up getting spun if they put too many blocks. Coming around this time, 2 to go right here. Actually, it will be 3 to go in stage number 2 right here. Scruggs right here. He's up right here. He's trying to hold off MDW. We'll see if he's able to hold him off right here.
Matt Cherry right behind Matthew Woods, trying to see what he can do to gain a spot, but I don't think it's going to happen. Dustin Scruggs in the lead. A little too strong, I think, for Matthew Wood to be able to get by him, just as Wood's a little too strong for Cherry to get by him with 2 to go, 1 to go this time around.
See if Wood's been back there playing a little possum. See if he can try to find something right here with Scruggs. Scruggs to the inside. Wood right behind him, trying to see if he can make it stick. And Wood is going to, he's going to have to find something right here. He's either going to have to send it, or he's just going to have to be happy with second. Scruggs to the bottom. Wood right behind him. Scruggs is going to come off turn 4. Dustin Scruggs looks like he is going to get stage number 2. As we're actually now Dean's actually got it crossed up. Now I'm all crossed up. Hell, last lap right here for stage number 2. Now it's the last lap. Coming off of turn number 2, Scruggs up here. He's got Wood right behind him. Cherry looks to the inside, thinks different of it. Lap traffic up ahead, but it's not going to play a factor. Turn 4 this time, finally. Dustin Scruggs, after all that chaos, he's going to end up getting stage number 2. Wood will get 2nd, Cherry 3rd, Haney 4th, Newton will get 5th. Holden McGill from earlier accident will get 6th, Gregory 7th, Richards 8th, Montgomery 9th, and Newbert gets 10th. But remember, we're staying green right here at the end of stage number 2.
I think we're going to have a long green flag run now. These guys are getting pretty spread out. They're all playing it safe. They're not going to get aggressive now since the end of stage 2 is done. I don't expect them to start getting aggressive again until about lap 125, 130, somewhere in there with 15, 20 to go.
And, we're seeing right here with that schedule right there on the left, great graphics right here by our producer, Dean Hopton Biggles. Steven, I know you call the races on the Monday night series. Are you excited for Twin Ring Motegi this coming Monday as we see Holden McGill battling with Adam Newton right here?
I am. I actually do not have that track. I've never raced it before, so I'm interested in seeing what it looks like, how these guys handle it, and who comes out on top.
It sucks. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now. It sucks. It's a short track somewhat. It's got that short track mentality. But, we're hearing our producer in the background speaking a little bit of Japanese. I have not brushed up on my Japanese yet, but I will say this. If it's anything, the Japanese food, if it's anything at Twin Ring, just like it is down the street at the Great Japanese at the Japanese restaurant where they cook in front of you, or where me and my wife go, if it's anything like that, I got a feeling we're going to be in for a hell of a show, because that's where they throw the shrimp and the meat and all that other good stuff in front of you. Steven, have you ever been to a Japanese restaurant where they throw all that stuff up at you?
Oh, of course. Especially since my wife is Japanese.
I'll tell you what. Are you live, Dean? I'll say this. Anybody out there in the live chat, if you ever been to a Japanese restaurant, let us know how you feel. What was your experience like? Did you love it? Did you hate it? How'd you feel about your experience at a Japanese restaurant? We don't need to know the name of it or nothing, but just how was your experience at that Japanese restaurant? MDW has actually got around Scruggs. Scruggs got that stage win. Now Wood up here trying to see if he can get him some right here. Matter of fact, Wood and Cherry, both these guys, Mission 1 Esports as well, so they're up here working together as well. I thought Dustin Scruggs, he was Mission 1 Esports as well. He just stayed in one of the chats right here. So 1, 2, 3 right here for Mission 1 Esports. As 3 wide back here with Kyle Hess in the 86 up here, trying to shoot around Bevan and Rivera and roll that topside just like we saw Bevan do earlier.
I just done a little research here on Motegi. It's a 1.5 mile track. It was modeled after Dover, except there's not a lot of banking. There's less banking there than at Dover.
Yeah, absolutely. It does not drive like Dover. I guarantee you that. It is. It's a handful, and but it'll be a good one come Monday night. See right there, McGill trying to take a shot right here at Scruggs. McGill was already able to get around Matt Cherry. Now he's going to take a shot, try to get around Scruggs right here. So McGill and Wood up here, they may be the two top dogs, especially since McGill got caught up in an earlier accident. Scruggs on the top, he's not going away. Scruggs up here, he's trying to get him some. He's trying to get this second spot right here and try to hold off Holden McGill, because obviously, both of them's in the playoffs. They're racing for them points.
Well, I think it's obvious that Holden McGill does have the stronger truck right now. I mean, he came from the back of that last green flag restart up here to second now with Dustin Scruggs hot on his tail. So we'll see how long it takes him to make up these 7/10 of a second and possibly take over Matthew Wood.
And folks, if you have not yet, make sure you like and subscribe to the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. If you love all of what you see here with the NASCAR 360 Racing Network, we're hearing from our producer. We want the NASCAR 360 Racing Network. We need your help. We need your help. We want to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. If we can get to 1,000 by the end of the year, it'd be greatly appreciated. If not, we're gonna get Hunt weighted, and he's gonna send the unicorn after you. That's exactly how we're gonna end up doing that. You see the battles going on back here. Everybody's spending it back here. Cherry back here battling with Scruggs. There's Haiti. There's Newton. This is the battle that you're seeing on your screen right now. Battle for fourth.
These guys continue now on lap 106, continuing to battle, trying to get that win.
Big battle up here as well. Seeing the battles right here with Scruggs, with Haney, with Newton. Cherry trying to see if he can get away. And Stephen, when are we planning on I was fixing to say a caution, but when are we planning on a pit stop right here?
Let me look. I haven't done the math yet for the next one. I will let you know as soon as I know.
Alrighty, well we'll let you do some a little bit of math, and we'll talk about Keith Haney right here taking a shot to the inside. Dustin Scruggs, and he's going to dive it down to the inside, try to make it stick. Getting Broadfoot right there with the VR down there in your bottom right-hand corner. Haney gets a little bit loose right there, trying to take a shot and get around Scruggs. He's got Adam Newton starting to breathe down his back door. Gregory, he's got Richards breathing down his back door. Haney down the inside, tries to get out of the gas. He's going to get sideways. Haney's going to save it. But I had a feeling that inside lane on old tires, folks, it's a pain to be able to try to come off of the corner, especially if somebody's running you down tight, which Scruggs did nothing wrong. He just ran him down tight right there. That's what you got to do to be able to be defensive, to hold your position. Now, we'll see if McGill can do that as he's up there battling for the lead. Wood on the top side, McGill on the bottom side. See it right here live on your screen. Coming to 110 of 145. McGill going to try to ride right here with Wood. See how this works. Wood up top, McGill on the bottom. See if he can try to make it stick right here, Stephen.
I did the math, and we're looking at any time between now and 15 more laps here. So sometime before lap 125, I would say that they'll be pitting.
And how about that right there with Wood coming down right there? Great, awesome right there. How Dean gets this whole camera. He can go all the way around, literally. He can literally pull a damn 360. Check it out, just riding right there. You see McGill even shaking at him, waving at him, however you want to look at it right there. But I love how Wood is trying to get down right here. If McGill gets a little bit of a run, tries to shoot around him, Wood will get down on that right rear quarter panel and side draft him, try to pull him back to just try to keep him on this inside. And what it's actually doing is McGill is having to get out of the gas to not try to run him up the track. See Wood come all the way down, side draft, pull him back. Wood actually got loose right there off of 2. Now he's going to have to pull the side draft up, try to pull him back. But now it ain't going to matter. He can't side draft him. Why? Holden McGill. He's clear, and he's up here, and he's got the lead.
I had a feeling Holden McGill would do this. I mean, he came clear from the back at that last green flag stop, and we got guys now going into the pits for their pit stops.
Jose Luis Rivera, one of those drivers going down pit road. See right there with the track map right there. Riding on board with MDW right here. See if we can, I'll try to talk us through a lap right here. And, Steven, if if I'm wrong here at any point, just kind of chime in. This place right here, it is a pain. It will absolutely beat you to death, especially right there going into one. You saw the truck would bottom out right there with MDW. Coming off right here off of turn number 2. We'll talk about it here in a second. Actually, we got a lot of guys right here. We got Scruggs going down, Montgomery going down, all these guys going down for, like you was talking about, Stephen, what will be their final pit stops. It's the money stop that can make it all the way.
Yeah, I think they can make it to the end. It's going to be close. 'Cause I mentioned earlier, pit stops are about every 35 laps or so. So it's going to be close, but I think they can make it to the end from here.
We see Holden McGill up here. There's Matt Cherry. He's going down. Shane Trotter going down. See Ed Osborne right here in the 28 going down as well. When will Holden McGill, when will MDW elect to go down pit road? There's the answer. McGill stays out. Woods goes in. Here goes Richards, Newton. They're going to slide by, but MDW coming down right here at lap 114, coming to 115. Matthew David Woods started 3rd. We'll see if he maybe tries to leapfrog Holden McGill right here. And will Holden McGill elect to go down right here this time?
I know we got a lot of drivers on the voice comms stating that they're coming in, but I haven't heard Holden McGill yet, and he is coming in right now. Oh no!
How's that for hitting the anchor, gentlemen? As you would say for the Cup Series as well, too. Hitting the hose, right? For the... there, Steve.
I'll be honest with you right there. McGill right there sliding in. I just call it like I see it at this point. I bet he was drawn up tighter than a Texas right there. He almost ended up wrecking that thing going in. Almost hit the cone right there coming in. But...
Sorry to interrupt you guys. Holden McGill got a black flag.
Oh, my goodness. Not McGill. Richards is probably going to get one as well. He just straight up missed the cone right there. But you just saying right there, the whole McGill got a black flag. We saw him lock it up right there. Wasn't able to make it stick. That's going to end up probably throwing this race away right here because him and Wood were gone. Now Wood, all he's got to do is just get consistent right here and just hope for no caution right here and let it play out. If it plays out right here, MDW's got this thing in the bag.
Yeah, so for what that means for... Oh, no.
Oh, caution! Caution is out! Looking through the field, trying to find out who it was. Something happened up 17? Here. Rivera and Bevan, both of those drivers, is around. That brings out the caution. That is not what MDW wanted to see, but he actually did get back on the lead lap, so he may actually be in good shape. And Holden McGill may actually, be in pretty good shape as well, just depending. You see Rivera right here on the top side. Was this a right rear hook? Was this a right rear hook? Looking right here to see, did Rivera come down and get into him, or did Bevan just shoot right up the track? Rivera held him tight. Yeah, Bevan just shoots straight up, and holy hell, did he shoot up? Yes, sir, he did. Watch this, riding on board, bam, outside wall, lost the hood, it came back on. Wild ride for Isaac Bevan.
And they both have meatball flags, so they're going to be in the pits for a while.
Not surprised by that one bit. That is absolutely rough hits right there. Stephen Gregory was on pit road. He might actually get lucky out of all this. Joshua Sust is going to go down pit road right here. He's going to bring a couple guys with him. Raul Meza, one of those drivers. Brandon Bullock going down. MDW is going to stay out, obviously. Matt Cherry going to stay out. So a couple of them that did not pit earlier, they will elect to go down pit road right here at this time. You see Meza right here going down very slow. It is on his phone. I saw him look down to the right side. I think he is on his phone. We gotta get a. I mean, we gotta penalize him from now on. We have literally got to penalize him for being on his phone so damn much. I guarantee he reaches for the phone. Does he reach for the phone? He's reaching for the phone. What are you doing, Meza? You gotta quit getting on your phone. Get off your phone, son. Come on now. Wow. Yep, see, he just pulled it up right there. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Send
bring you back for the restart. Yeah. We'll send Brady after him or something like that. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here at Chicagoland for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series playoff opener here at Chicagoland.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
Folks, we're back here at Chicagoland. Stephen Gregory up here at the front, started 11th. MDW started up there in the 3rd spot. He's sitting in 2nd. Matt Cherry, saw him, talked about him a while ago, started 30th. He's up there in 3rd. Dustin Scruggs in 4th. Joshua Suss in 5th. I'll tell you what, we haven't brought him up here in a while. If we can find him. Yep, right there he is. We'll bring up Matt Cherry as we're getting ready for a restart right here. If we can, bring him up real quick. And Matt, buddy, looking pretty good up there. Started 30th. You got a shot right here, sitting in 3rd. You got anything right here for this last 25 laps?
Really all we can do is hold her to the floor and hope for the best.
That's a straight up redneck answer right there. Well, we see y'all doubling up. Just wanted to try to get your mindset right here for this last restart. Appreciate your time and good luck, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Not going green. Not going green.
Yeah, this is one.
That is
This is
a
one of
redneck
these-
answer right there, and then go figure. They just go ahead. I ain't surprised.
Yeah, this is one of these tracks where they don't need to lift much when going into the turns. They can pretty much keep it pedal to the metal the whole race. Of course, they start getting a little tight there after about 15, 20 laps, but
There you see right there the schedule right there. Chicago, Atlanta, Homestead, Miami, Speedway. It's going to be the next couple of weeks that we're going to have for us right here, obviously, at ChicagoLand. Here tonight, we're hearing Devin Painter's spun on the track in the 99. What exactly happened to the 99? He was up there sitting in the 12th spot. Our great producer, Deed Hopton, might actually get us a little bit of a replay right here. What exactly happened right here? Just pulls down right here on the track. I'm looking to see if he got a EOL or anything like that. He just goes down the track right here. He just stops. Not really sure exactly what happened right here with the 99 Devin Painter right here, but he goes all the way to the back of the field right here, Steven.
yeah, I don't know either. He wasn't involved in that last wreck. Definitely didn't cause it.
There you see Bevan right here. He's down pit road. There you saw both of those drivers was involved. That last caution, pace light's still on the car, so or pace car rather. So coming around this time should be 22 laps to go. Steven, like I mentioned, they should be, or like you mentioned, we should be good to go all the way to the end, correct?
Correct. A lot of these guys probably did not completely fill up. They probably put in just enough fuel, make them a little lighter to get them to the end of the race.
Well, 20 of you out there in the live chat, shout out. Who you think's going to win this thing? Is it going to be Gregory, Woods, Scruggs, Cherry? Cherry with basically the redneck answer pretty much. Just hold to the floor and just hope, more or less. Joshua Suss up here. Talked a little bit about him up there in that number 80. He's sitting up here in P5 right now after starting 17th, so he's got a shot to try to get it done here tonight. Meza back there, if he can get off his phone, he ended up having a good finish as well, sitting back there in 6th. Bullock up here, 32nd, up in 7th. He ain't on his phone yet. Dean just keeps on wanting to just go see if he's really on his phone. Newton up here, Adam Newton, that is, sitting in 8th right now. Keith Haney, Adam Newbert, 9th and 10th. Keith Haney, remember, started 33rd in the field. He's up here inside the top 10 with a shot to get him some points right here. Look at this right here. I mean, that's just how many people, I guess, got waved around right there. Because you only got 4 on the top side. Everybody else lined up on the bottom side. We'll see if Gregory can hold off MDW. Pace car off. Let's see how this ends up working out. Green flag in the air. Gregory on the bottom. He's going to gas up. He's going to try to get away. Wood going to drop down to the inside. Cherry going to see if he can roll on this bottom side. Scruggs right up there on that top side as well. They may end up jumping in. Top 4 may end up going single file off turn 2. That's exactly what they're going to do. First side-by-side battle. It's Meza and it's Suss.
Stephen Gregory out in the lead, only a 1/10 of a second up, and here we're watching the 80 of Joshua Suss and Raul Meza on his outside. Right behind them is Adam Newton and Keith Haney.
And all this chaos going on back here for the fifth spot, and we got a battle for the lead up at the front. MDW to the inside. shoots around Stephen Gregory. Will he get clear? Barely gets clear, but no, here comes Gregory back with a run on the outside. Now Cherry down on the inside. He's going to try to give that shove. Remember, Cherry talked about it. Get that redneck mentality. Send it and hope it sticks. He's going to send it right here. He's going to be up to third. Cherry may be the one. Dean was talking about him just a second ago. Watch out for Matt Cherry. He may have a shot to try to win it here tonight at Chicagoland. Cherry to second. He's going to get around Gregory. He's just got to fight off MDW.
And I didn't think it would take MDW very long to take that lead back. But here comes Stephen Gregory now getting past Matt Cherry on the inside as they come out of turn 4, headed back to the start-finish line. And Matthew Wood up to about a quarter of a second lead down as Matt Cherry and Stephen Gregory door bang a little bit there.
Door banging just a tick, but now here comes Cherry down to the bottom side. Gregory up top. Woods loving every bit of this right here. Seeing these guys battle it out. Obviously having to get out of the gas, not hit the wall, not hit one another, not door bang. Woods just basically just running time trial laps at this point. Whoa, Cherry almost slides up right there, almost gets right rear hooked. But now Cherry going to try to get clear and try to get a run, try to get away, but Gregory's still there. Newton back here at Sus. Unfortunately, Blue Line Racing, both of these guys or Sus actually an affiliate with Blue Line Racing, but Adam Newton in the 19, basically like Truex's season, I hate to say it for Newton, but basically like Truex's season, Adam Newton hits the wall hard, and looks like he is going to be done for the evening. We'll check it out right here on this instant replay. Stephen, walk us through this right here.
Well, I know before the caution came out, I saw, can't see who that is. One of them went up into the wall but was able to save it. This time Newton's down underneath. I can't make out that black and red truck. But that black and red truck looked like he came down. I'd have to see it again.
See it right here. There you see Sust up there, tries to get down right there. I mean, was he trying to come down? Maybe. Oh, no. No. Oh, this is going to be bad right here. Obviously, both these guys got a little history right there. Richards comes down. He might have come down. Newton might have come up. Kind of looking right here to kind of see what it was right here. Yeah, Robbie just comes down. Robbie just doors straight into Newton, door bangs him, and then ends up coming up, gets into Sus. So Richards actually taking them both out. Literally cleans out two drivers right there. For one right there, Richards comes down, bounces up, gets into Sus. And then Sus comes down, right rear hooks into Newton. And then both of them goes, pretty much. That's pretty much what happened right there. I mean, that's pretty much it. Newton hard impact into the outside rotated wall. Sus went up there as well. And, wow.
Newton hit hard enough. He's going to have to go in for some major repairs.
That's exactly what it is right there. Newton going in as well as Sus going in as well. See if we can bring somebody up here. Producers wanting us to find somebody. Let's see if we can find somebody. Well, we're not going to bring up Adam Newton or Joshua Sus. We're not going to bring up neither one of them guys. Joshua Rodriguez back there sitting in 21st down pit road. I don't really want to bring him up, Dean. I really don't want to pull that one off. I tell you what, I was looking for Painter. Painter's back there in 17th. MDW right here. Montgomery. Scruggs sitting up in 6th. Yeah, screw it. Let's bring him up here. Bring up Dustin Scruggs with Mission 1 Esports in the number 11 sitting 6th. That's where you started at, buddy. You got a shot to be able to try to get up here?
I think so. I just stopped, got new tires. I'll be about 15th place. I got about 15 laps to go. I think I got a good shot to get back up to the front. We'll see.
Well, hopefully, Dustin, I won't jinx you right here because I brought you up here a couple times and then all of a sudden something happens. So if I do...
For the record, every single time you've brought me up here, I've crashed about 10 seconds later.
Damn.
But, you know, today's a new day. Today's a new day, so.
Oh, Lord. If you wreck, I'm so sorry. I really
do.
If you wreck, but you're in the play. Well, I mean, but talk about this. mean, come on now. Don't be bringing all that
you're
up.
sabotaging me because I'm a Tennessee boy.
No, absolutely not. I would never do that, obviously. But, Dustin, coming into this right here, obviously with Mission 1 Esports, teammates with Matt Cherry, who's sitting up there in second, MDW right here. I mean, it's got to make you feel good right here to be around all these guys, and especially with Wood being in the Championship 6 last season with some, I guess you could say, experience. Obviously, you've raced in Nazareth as well, so you got experience as well. But to have a guy that was in the Championship 6 last season on your team, it's got to help you out a little bit, make you feel pretty good running with the team that you're on.
Yeah, absolutely. When you look in the mirror and you see that we're 1, 2, 3, and 4 for about 20 laps there, it feels pretty good. That was a nice little performance there for a while.
Well, we'll see how it ends up working out, and I hope you don't get caught up in a wreck. If you do, if you do, I'll pay you entry fee for next week. How about that? If you get caught up in a wreck right here and you get screwed, I will pay your entry fee. I promise you, I'll do it.
How about I win it and I take that money to pay for my next one? That'd be a better plan.
That would be a great plan. That way I wouldn't have to worry about it. Dustin Scruggs, see if he's got a shot to be able to fire off and get back up there. Dustin, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
Steven, has it been really every single time I brought him up here in the booth that I've jinxed him? Has it really been that bad?
I think it has, honestly.
Thanks, Steven. Appreciate it. I need a little bit of help right here. No, I'm not bringing MDW up here. I'm scared to interview anybody at this point. You know what, Steven? We start next week. You can interview them. I'm tired of jinxing people. I don't want to do it. But we'll set the scene for you right here. MDW up here. He's got the lead. He takes the top side. Cherry is going to be on the bottom side. Started 30th. He's up to second. Stephen Gregory up here started 11th. He's going to be sitting in third. Keith Haiti started 33rd. He's up here in fourth. And Adam Newbert, haven't seen him around in a good while. He's up here, started 15th. He's up here inside the top 5. See how this bad boy ends up playing out right here. But 13, unlucky number 13, laps to go here at Chicagoland. Who's going to lock themselves in to the next round of the playoffs? MDW, he's got a pretty good shot right here.
Everybody know what time it is? It's Nazareth Chaos time.
You might have just jinxed him on that one right there. Stephen Wood dives down to the bottom, puts the block on Cherry. Here comes Adam Newbert on the inside. Gregory up top, Jurassic, and I believe that was Bullock right behind him. Excuse me, that was Haney back there behind him. So top 6 right here, trying to see if they can get away. Meza not too far back from all this. But the battle is on right here with Gregory and Jurassic. Wood trying to get away. Cherry trying to reel him in. And Adam Newbert trying to spoil the party for everybody.
This is good to see Jurassic back up here towards the front because he was in the back for quite a while back there. Seen him go into the pits a few times. And as we watch the 87 of Keith Haney nick the wall as they go by here across the start-finish line.
See Jurassic riding on board with him, trying to get back up here, get a hold of Stephen Gregory. But the fight is on up here for the lead. Wood jumps to the bottom, tries to put the block on Cherry. Cherry tries to dive it down to the inside. Newbert thought better of it, was just going to take it all the way to the top side. He's going to drive right in on the tailgate of Cherry, keep it on the bottom. Cherry comes up, Newbert down to the grass, trying to make the pass as we got a wreck, huge wreck back here in the back. And caution is out.
86.
Once again, 96-86. Kyle Hess being one of them. Matthew Montgomery in the 96. One of our playoff drivers ends up getting involved in a late race wreck right here at the end.
At least it wasn't just us, so you didn't jinx him.
You mean Dustin Scruggs?
Yeah. Yeah, Scruggs.
But there you see right here. We'll check it out on the instant replay. There's Painter on the inside. Did Painter make contact with Montgomery? No, he did not. He did not make contact with Montgomery. I thought that might have been a little door banging where Painter slides up. The Painter does slide up, but he stops before he gets into the door. Montgomery, I think he just got scared. Might have threw him off a little bit, and he just jumped straight up, gets into Kyle Hess, hooks himself straight up into the fence. that'll bring out another caution, and that's certainly going to help Matthew Montgomery's chances right here. Kyle Hess, just an innocent bystander out of every bit of that right there. We're hearing from our producer trying to find Devin Painter. Devin Painter's sitting in 10th right now. So,
and
Painter's in a good shot back there as well.
Dustin Scruggs moved up 4 spots to 11th, so he's almost back into the top 10.
Well, hopefully he can break the curse. If he can get up there and get a podium finish, I will be so happy. I will be so happy. I will actually be able to sleep tonight off of that one right there. But there you see the contact. Montgomery up the hill, straight into Hess. There's Scruggs right here behind Painter. And, yeah, I mean, I agree. You know, from what our producer just said, I agree 100%. I don't think Devin Painter had anything to do with that right there. It was just him coming down. He comes up, no contact. Montgomery just got scared, saw him on his inside. He jumped up. Kyle Hess was there. Bam, we got a wreck. So while we see a couple of drivers going down pit road right there, Kyle Hess, you see Adam Newton right there. I believe both of them have meatball flags. Actually, Kyle Hess does not, but Adam Newton still does from that earlier crash with him and Joshua Suss. So tell you what, 8 laps to go. We're going to take one more commercial break. We'll bring you back for the finish here tonight for the DSR Electric 200 here tonight at Chicagoland Speedway for the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series.
Starbase 1552 Comics. We sell everything a collector would want. Comics, Funkos, action figures, and so many more. A real American comic book shop. We are online only. Starbase 1552 Comics. Find us on eBay Auctions.
We're back here at ChicagoLand, MDW, up here at the front. Teammate from Mission 1 Esports, Matt Cherry, right behind him. Adam Newbert up here sitting in third. Tell you what, let's see if we can find old Adam Newbert. If he's even around, oh yeah, of course he would be. Yeah, you know we got to bring him up here. I haven't talked to him. Honestly, I haven't talked to him since I had him on the Door Banging Download podcast. Adam Newbert in the house. Adam, how you been, buddy? I ain't talked to you in a good while.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
I am doing fantastic, buddy. I mean, and up here, sitting in third right here, started 15th. You got a chance to spoil the party for some of these guys up here that's trying to run for a championship.
Yeah, I ain't raced in like a year, man. This is my first race back in like a year. So I'm going to try to play a little spoiler right here.
Wow. What would have happened if you took off for about 2 years? Hey, you'd probably be able to run away with it. Probably, but
I don't know about that.
Well, we'll see what happens right here, Adam. Good luck, buddy. Appreciate your time, and let's see what happens.
Thanks, my friend.
That was Adam Newbert, 04, started 15th. He's up here in the third spot. He's going to be right in behind MDW, Matt Cherry. I'm actually hearing some of these guys sound like they're actually shutting the engines off. From what I was hearing there for a second, thought I heard some of them actually shutting engines off, so maybe playing a little fuel game. Some of these guys maybe trying to save and maybe thinking we may be going overtime and trying to play a little track position game. We'll see how it pans out. Pace car off. Coming to 5 to go. Wood, Cherry, Newbert, Gregory, Jurassic up here. Big stack up both lanes. Gregory slams into the tailgate of MDW. Newbert slams into the tailgate of Cherry. Gregory's going to get away on the outside lane. Cherry trying to see if he can jump up there and fill that hole, but it ain't going to work. Gregory jumps down. Now Cherry's going to get down to the inside. Here comes Wood. He's going to try to help his teammate get him a little draft going into 3.
They continue to battle it out with 5 to go, 4 to go this time by. Matthew Wood holding on to that lead. Matt Cherry right behind him, trying to get his nose up there. Maybe he can get around him. Takes a peek on the outside, but just can't quite get it done as they come out of turn 2 right now.
Right up top, Caution's is out once again. Brandon Bullock into 17 from what we're hearing. Gets spun around, and he is still parked up there up against the outside retaining wall. And let's see if maybe he had a little bit of help. Yep, he had a little bit of help. And bad as I got to say it, it was Scruggs.
Ouch.
So I jinxed him. So I guess I will go ahead and I will pay his $13. I will pay his $13 entry fee next week. I had a bad feeling that was going to happen. Yeah, Scruggs right there, Bullock right there. And even still, if we look at this right here, Bullock right here, I mean, you look at this right here, Steven. I mean, he is way up the racetrack. I know he's trying to play defense right here a little bit, but Scruggs is going right here. I'm looking at, I mean, honestly, it looked like Bullock come up right there.
Yeah, he did. I agree with you. Bullock came up into Scruggs.
Dean's over here.
You can see Scruggs. He had his right tires on that seam there in the track the whole time.
Dean's over here telling me, folks, he's over here telling me, hey, you tried to save yourself now. No, I mean, I'm being dead serious. At least that's what it looked like. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate that. Stephen Thomas, 23, going down pit road. Joshua Sust right there going down pit road as well. We'll see how this works out. You see Bullock right there. MDW got the lead. See if we can try to bring somebody else up, as we are going to be going into Nazra overtime, I guess you could say.
Holden McGill's the lucky dog.
Holden McGill going to be the lucky dog, so he's going to get himself back on the lead lap. That's going to get interesting right there. Which, I mean, he's way back there, but he's got a shot to be able, if we get that Nazra chaos that you talk about all the time, Steven, he may be able to salvage right here.
Yeah, all it would take is a big one, and we haven't seen the big one yet, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. We get the big one, Holden McGill could be back up into the play of getting into that top 3.
Good possibility. We'll see how that works out. And I think Dean maybe wants us to try to bring up Matt Cherry. At this point, you know what? I ain't bringing anybody else up here. I can't do it. If I do, I'm serious. If I do it, he's trying to cluck like a chicken in the background thinking I'm a chicken. No, I'm not bringing anybody else up here. If I do, they're going to get caught up in a wreck, and I'm going to end up having to pay a lot of entry fees come next week. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I got to pay for my own entry fees at this point.
And don't look at me.
Well,
I'm going to chime in for a
ahead,
second
Nick.
just to let everybody know. Bark, 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 bark. No, Jacob. Yeah, it's fair enough. And, drivers are going to concentrate. But, it's under caution. They've signed up the contract to say, you're a celebrity. You have the audience. Your fans are waiting in anticipation to hear from you. So this is just a part of being in superstardom, all right? So when you're a superstar, you've got to put up with all the requests from the fans and requests from up here in the commentary booth and the producers. That's what's required with the job of being a quick race driver.
I tell you what, I'll bring Cherry up here. If he wrecks, you pay his entry fee.
Well, I didn't grease that wheel, didn't he?
No, Matt Cherry's a good driver. Bring him in just for a quick chat. You got about a lap to do it.
Well, if I jinxed him, then that's what I was getting at. Anyway,
it's on me.
Getting ready to come around right here. Obviously, we'll kind of set you up for Nazra overtime. Green, white checkers. If you haven't been with us before, this is pretty much how this will go right here. They'll take the green flag. Once they take that green flag, if they make it back around and they take the white flag, they can all wad them up on the last lap. It ain't going to matter. First one to the line, they will win, and they will lock themselves in. If they're in the playoffs, you got to forget, Can't forget Newbert up here as well. Could play a little spoiler right here. But if they're in the playoffs, they lock themselves in for the Fast 14. They ain't got nothing to worry about. If they wreck before they get back to the white flag, we'll re-rack them, restack them, do it again at a minimum or maximum, I guess you could say, of 3 green, white checkers. If we get to the third one, they take the green and they wreck before they get back to the white flag. The race is over. It will end under caution. Steven, I really hope this sucker does not end under caution. Hopefully it will end under green flag conditions, which is what the fans want.
Yeah, it's been quite a while since we've seen one go under caution. I think out of the 3 series I commentate on, I think I've only seen it once this season.
We'll see how this ends up working out. MDW up top, Cherry on the bottom. Newbert, Gregory, 3rd and 4th. Jordan Jurassic is sitting in 5th. Keith Haiti, Raul Meza, 6th, 7th. Pater, Beard, Dustin Scruggs did not get busted for that EOL. We'll see if his damage is going to be able to hold up for it. Here we go. Green flag in the air. Wood is on the gas on that outside lane. Cherry trying to shut Gregory up, and we're already scattering up.
26 to 00.
12, Holden McGill. Holden McGill just got back on the lead lap. He is involved. Huck Williamson is involved. Robbie Richards involved. Numerous drivers involved right here at the start. We're looking up through here, kind of see exactly who it was. And looked like
McGill's night is done.
Wow. Looked like maybe Huck might have missed a shift right there. We'll see what happens right here. He was up there, yes, at the 00 of Huck Williamson right here. Looked like he might have missed a shift right here. Yeah, I think he might have missed a shift right there where Richards down on the inside lane. Just misses a shift right there. Richards sends it. Then sends him straight down into it. Richards involved. And McGill will get involved as well. So unfortunate to see that right there. For everybody involved, and especially Holden McGill, who's really trying to capitalize, I guess you could say, from coming from a lap down already, from having that speeding penalty earlier on. I mean, you hate to see it for some of these guys right here. Cody Knott, one of those drivers that was involved as well. McGill tried to get around it. Tough break for some of these guys right here, Steve.
Yeah, Holden McGill's got a meatball, so he's done for the night, unfortunately. It happens. I mean, we've all done it. We've all missed that shift. And you do feel bad when it does happen because you know on a restart like that, somebody's going to get taken out because of it.
You see Joshua Suss going down pit road right here. He's going to sit in pits right here. Maybe, I'm not really sure if he was trying to find some tobacco or whiskey or he was trying to aim for right there. Cody Knott absolutely beat up. Pulse poppers. Yeah, he got pretty much popped all the way around his truck. See Blanchard's right there. Blanchard's towing on that truck for the 48. Robbie Richards. There you see Bullock's truck right there. Newton just still sitting on pit road. I don't even think he's left yet. But actually, yes, he has left. He has. Wow, it actually showed him out of the truck. That is very cool. I didn't even know that you could actually see that. That is awesome right there. With that right there. But yeah, Newton right there. See him still sitting on pit road. Not the night that he wanted. 19 laps down. And Dean is still trying to get me to pull MDW up here. Steven, I can't do it. I'm not jinxing anybody. Steven, no. I can't do it. I can't jinx anybody anymore.
And I'm not going to do it either.
I don't blame you. Okay, Dean, I'll tell you what. Dean's wanting me to pull him up here. I tell you what, Dean, you pull him up here and you interview him. If it was like race 3 in the season, I really wouldn't matter about it. But we're talking about playoff racing. Guys trying to make it into the playoffs in the next round. Wood's got a shot. Cherry's got a shot up here. I don't want to jinx either one of them. So I'll tell you what, I'm tired of hearing the chicken. I'll bring Wood up here just for a quick second. MDW, bring you up here. Got the cheering in the background. I don't know if everybody can hear it or whatever, but MDW, You got a shot to win right here. Lock yourself into the Fast 14. How we feeling?
Nervous. I'm generally a nervous person, and I hate that we're having to pace lap after freaking lap. I've just been watching a football game. I don't know. Yeah, the San Diego, like, they come on after every NASCAR race. I don't know why last week it happened too, but luckily I got Matt near me. I'm just gonna try, man. No, you're good. But yeah, man, I want it. I'm hungry. I haven't won an oval race in like 11 months. I need it, and we've been through so many struggles. Be good to win on Veterans Day weekend. I have a lot of respect for that day and love that day. But yeah, hopefully we can get a top 3 here. It's gonna be stressful.
Well, and what I was going to ask you real quick, because I know y'all getting ready to double back up and get going right here. Cherry's down there. He's in the playoffs as well, Greg. Y'all teammates. You expect Cherry to go for the win right here, or is there team orders for him to just try to help you out right here?
He said it doesn't matter what we do. I'm gonna probably clear him because I'm getting the jump, and then we're just gonna protect each other. That's the plan. No matter which one of us wins, we're gonna protect each other. Try to.
Seems like a pretty good plan with MDW. Good luck, and hopefully I won't jinx you like I've already done Dustin Scruggs here tonight.
All right, God bless. See y'all.
MDW up here at the front. Cherry up here in second. We'll see if he's going to be able to make it stick. Give Mission 1 Esports 1-2 up here at the front. Pace cars off. Will this be the last restart of the evening? MDW, gas is up. He is going to get clear. Matt Cherry jumped right down. And now Cherry going to try to play blocker, try to help his teammate out. Here comes Gregory down to the inside, gives a shot in the shorts to Matt Cherry. But now Cherry's going to see if he...
The moment, sorry, it looks like we've just lost Wesley and Steve. I don't know why they can't hear us at the moment. I'll see if we can bring this one back as quickly as possible. But just to tune in and watch these pitches and see if MW can hold off.
Yeah, I think that's somewhere on your end, Dean, because I'm talking. Okay.
Because, there you go. I'm stepping for a second because we lost to you.
I'm back. I'm back. Everybody hear me? Are we good? Are we good? All right. Scared me a little bit. I think he's just happy for it to be over with. Looks to me like I think he was just happy to get it over with right there. That's pretty good. A little lockup that he pulled off right there.
You guys don't run ovals down there either. You can do all kinds of cool stuff on ovals.
Well, it looks like MDW is going to try to burn it down right here on the front straightaway. Matt Cherry, Adam Newbert, they are going to be 1, 2, 3. We'll talk to those guys here in a little bit. Here's the rest of the results. MDW, Cherry, Newbert, Gregory, Haney, the top 5. Haney started 33rd. He comes home 5th here tonight. Jordan Jurassic started 4th. He's going to come home 6th. Dustin Scruggs, I didn't jinx him apparently. He's going to come home with a top 7 finish. So I may not have to worry about paying his entry fee for next week. James Beard will end up finishing 8th, started 20th. Dane Hagan started 27th. He'll finish 9th. And Devin Painter from Blue Line Racing, that silent assassin I was talking about earlier, started 24th. Pretty good for Blue Line Racing. He's going to come home with a 10th place finish. Brian Chu will end up finishing 11th. Raul Meza will get 12th. Pretty good for him. Started 23rd. He finishes 12th. Joshua Rodriguez got involved in that accident earlier. Thought he was done for. Started 31st all the way back at the back. Didn't even qualify. Guess what? He gets 13th. That's not too bad from what could have been for the number 4, Joshua Rodriguez. Stephen Thomas will get 14th. Matthew Montgomery will get 15th. Ed Osborne, Shane Trotter, 15th, 16th. And 17th, Joshua Sust, 18th. Holden McGill, 19th. Cody Knott will get 20th. Hutt Wigginton will get 21st. Last driver to finish on the lead lap. Rest of them, 1 lap down or more. Robbie Richards, Brandon Bullock, Jose Luis Rivera, Kyle Hess, Tristan Bruce. This is a big one right here, folks. Tristan Bruce. Him and Holden McGill, both of them, leading in the points coming into the night as far as wins goes and how the standings goes. Tristan Bruce, one of those guys back there, finishes 26th. Adam Newton won Talladega earlier this season. He wound up finishing 27th here tonight. Isaac Bevan will get 28th. Chris Blanchard, 29th. Brandon Broadfoot gets 30th. Eric Zimmerman, Dylan Cardenas, Ryan Johnson, the pole award winner here tonight. Very early on, him and Tristan Bruce have a little spat. Basically just fighting over the same real estate. Net code, however you want to look at it. He ends up getting 33rd. CJ Fondale, 34th here tonight. TJ Moore, your race director for the evening. Folks, we're going to round up our podium finishers, bring you back for post-race interviews, mine, Steve's, and Dean's analysis here at Chicagoland. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, folks, we're back here at Chicagoland. We'll go ahead and bring up our 3rd place finisher. We'll go from back to forward. Why not? Talked to him a while ago. 3rd place finisher, Adam Newbert from Toccoa, Georgia. Right here in my neck of the woods, give or take. Pretty close anyway. Adam, congratulations on that 3rd place finish. Tell us about your race, buddy.
Oh, thank you, man. Feels good to be back on a pole. Feels good to be back in a freaking truck racing on iRacing and Nazareth, man. I told you it's been like a year since I've raced. Well, I'm freaking excited right now. Just really happy to be back. You kind of get like you kind of get like a little emotional sometimes when you go through some hard times in life, and then you get to go back and doing what you love, and then you just have fun. First race and finish pretty good. But man, to the race, man, we had a pretty good race in this DSR electric Toyota Tundra. Got to thank well, I got to get my freaking words together here, Jacob. I ain't done this in a while. But no, I kind of spent most of the race just kind of, riding around, trying to get back used to the groove of things. And then, a couple cautions and wrecks happened there at the end. We kind of got lucky with that one caution during the green flag pit cycle. Got us some pretty good track position. I think we restarted like 6th, I think, after that, or 8th or something like that. And, a couple wrecks happened, and we got back up through there. And then Newton got wrecked in front of me, which just got us even further up. And then, we were restarting like 5th, and I said, I'm just going to go for it. And I got the 3rd, and then cautions kept coming out. I didn't have a chance to get up there and race those guys really, except on the restarts.
And, Adam, I'll ask you this right here. I mean, obviously, I mean, you talked about it, emotional, when you go through hard times and everything. And if anybody says that they don't go through hard times, they're full of crap, because every single person's went through hard times somehow, some way. But I mean, do you feel like this right here coming in tonight, finishing third with some of the best that Nazareth has to offer, can give you a sense of, I mean, like you said, hard times and coming back and being able to pull this off right here, it's got to give you a sense of comfort, I guess you could say, to be back, literally be back to normal, I guess you could say.
I would say I feel like I'd lie to you and tell you I feel like I didn't lost anything, but I feel like I've lost a little bit, and I got to get back to getting them back in the winning form again. And but these are some fast guys out here, man. You got some really fast guys on these Friday nights. It's different than the last time I raced Friday nights. There's some names out there that I'm missing that I'm not used to seeing, and guys I don't see anymore that I was used to seeing. And then there's some new names out here, so I'm just was trying to learn everybody and their driving styles and just kind of, taking it easy around some people. And then, at the end, I was just like, screw it. I'm just going to be aggressive.
Hey, that's what you got to do sometimes. Adam Newbert comes home third here tonight. Adam, appreciate your time. And as always, before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to thank?
I'll shout out for one, Dan Gobble, DSR Electric, Jeff Sickles. Huge thanks to Jeff. Jeff never gives up on you. Jeff told me when you're ready to come back, there's a spot here for you, and my spot was here when I come back, and I'm still on Stick With It Motorsports. And got to tell you, I'm glad to be racing with these guys. Adam Newton, he's over on Blue Line, but we always helping each other, working with each other. Brian Chu, Stephen Thomas, racing with them, talking to them all night long. That was a lot of fun. I miss racing with those guys. The other teammates, Justin White, Joey Stiers, Nate Maurer, Justin Lumpkin, Tom Lester, all those guys. Sponsors, obviously I said Dan Gobble at DSR Electric, but also, man, I got to remember the dang team sponsors, man. Millie's Restaurant and Catering, A's Lawn and Landscaping, Family Handyman, Jack's Mowing and More, Darren's Nail Gun Repair, Brady, the whole team at Nazareth and everything. Brady, I asked him if I could come run the night. He said, heck yeah, you can run the night, no problem. And then, thank you guys up in the booth.
We appreciate you too, buddy. Adam Newbert comes home third here tonight. Appreciate your time, and hopefully this ain't going to be the last time we see you this season here for the Friday Night Series. Hopefully we'll see you a little bit more in the coming weeks.
I'm full-time, man. Mondays, Fridays, let's go. We're getting it now.
Let's get it. Adam, appreciate your time, buddy.
Thank y'all.
That was Adam Newbert. Good to have one of them feel-good stories to see Adam Newbert come back out here and racing here with the Concerns of Police Survivors Truck Series. We'll bring old Matt Cherry up here, and seemed to me like, Matt, come on second. I didn't jinx you. Apparently, I didn't jinx MDW. Apparently, I didn't jinx Scruggs. I thought I was going to with the whole Bullock deal. That was going to get interesting right there. Dean's sitting there saying I was too scared to talk to you. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to jinx any more guys. But, Cherry, tell us about your race, buddy. It looked like it was a good show.
Oh, yeah, it was good. I had a little incident with the 94 around lap 30. I was running the high line there, and, he was kind of slower. And I thought he was going to stay lower than what he did, and I just ran into him a little bit there, and I ended up turning him around. My apologies there. I don't know if he's watching this or not. I think it was like lap 28, 29, 30, somewhere in there. But yeah, for the most part, man, it's been the best race I've had all season. I've kind of struggled on getting playoff points this season, just hanging on in the playoffs there by a thread. But I think tonight's gonna give me a little bit of boost. Maybe I can carry some momentum into the next race.
Hey, that's one thing about that right there, Matt. Obviously, with these playoffs coming home tonight second, not necessarily what you wanted. I mean, obviously everybody wants to try to win and lock themselves into the next round. But there was team orders, between you and MDW, just trying to protect. At least that's what MDW was saying. But still, coming home second here tonight, got to put you in a good points situation going into Atlanta next week.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah, with this style of racing here in these trucks, everything is it's so wide open. If if I would have got up there and I would have tried to race him on the outside or something, the other two trucks behind us would have got by us very easily because you just lose so much momentum. That's why you see guys throwing these crazy blocks in these trucks. I mean, it's just what you got to do nowadays.
What you got to do with these trucks. Well, Matt Cherry comes home second here tonight for Mission 1 Esports. One of the biggest movers in the field, started 30th with no qualifying. He comes home second. Matt, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that second place finish. And before we let you go, you got any sponsors, any shout outs that you want to thank?
I'd like to give a shout out to MPI. They make an amazing steering wheel. I got one on my sim rig here, and it just provides me with a lot of grip that's needed. But yeah, I appreciate everything y'all do. Brady putting this together. I mean, I'm new to this series. I've only ran like 2 seasons, and this is my first season here in the Friday Night Truck Series, and it's been good to me.
It seems that way. Well, Matt, appreciate your time. Congratulations on that second place finish, and we'll see you next week in Hot Atlanta.
All righty, we'll see you. Thank you.
That was Matt Cherry. Slide him down in the waiting room. Let him go ahead and give a little quick pat on the back to his teammate and bring up a man who has locked himself. Go ahead. Yeah, obviously, we got the cheers and everything else for MDW. Locking himself into that fast 14. He ain't got to worry about nothing the next 2 weeks with Old Atlanta and obviously Homestead. MDW, you get the win. Lock yourself in. Tell us about your race.
Man, that was a awesome race. Typically, I'm good here. Grab that. Okay. Anyway, I'm good here usually. But I mean, I didn't expect to win. I knew I was gonna at least do good. Usually, I almost won here last year. Had it not been for a speeding penalty, I would have won last year probably against Dean and Keith Bradley. But didn't get a chance. Haven't won on an oval in like 8 months, 10 months, something like that. I've been, like I said earlier, I've been hungry for it, man. It's been a journey. This team needed the results that we got today. All 4 of us in the top 10. Me and Matt. Matt desperately needed a good run, and he got a great run today. Me and him did a great job with teamwork. Again, it didn't really matter which one of us won. We just knew that we had to get a 1-2, and we just hugged the bottom all the way around because, it's almost flat out. We could hold the bottom, and they wouldn't be able to get us around us on the top. So, just again, a huge thanks to Matt. I mean, he's probably the only reason that I won this race. Thought I had it there after the pit stops, but then caution came out, then another caution, then another caution. My heart rate was about probably 250, but just an overall great race. Had to battle back in stage 1. Should have pitted after that huge wreck that I missed by like 3 inches, I think. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't know how close it was until I'm looking at it now. I'm like, okay. Then I got spun, but I saved it. But should have pitted there, didn't. Came in a little bit later. From there, I just worked my way back up to the front, like 26 to top 5, and then from there, ran down Dustin. But again, I should sound more excited than I am, but I've been worn out this week.
I'll be honest with you. I feel you paid on that. I've been wore out this week as well. But to be honest with you, probably different from you. But so obviously MDW this win locks you into that next round, that Fast 14. You ain't got to worry about Legacy, Atlanta, Homestead, Miami. Is thoughts already thinking about? Are we thinking about Richmond at this point? I mean, have we just completely threw out Atlanta and Homestead, not even worried about them over the next 2 races? Are you concentrated now on Richmond now that you're in that Fast 14?
I mean, I'm gonna still try to win, but I'm not gonna race people as hard, and I don't race people very hard anyway. I don't like to, but I mean, now the focus just goes to the next round, especially Richmond. I love Richmond. It's another short track. I was really fast at Martinsville. Unfortunately, I couldn't get around Ryan. He just did a great job, and unfortunately tonight, that was a lot of net code from what I could tell, so that's unfortunate for him and Tristan both. But either way, now it does go to the Fast 14. It does go on, but we still got to focus on the present. We got to get playoff points and help the team and do what we can to still be up there and represent Mission 1 Esports.
Well, MDW gets the win here tonight at ChicagoLand. Congratulations on the win, Matthew. And before we let you go, thank your sponsors and shout-outs for getting you here, buddy.
Yeah, Noah, NJB Designs, Noah just... Unfortunately, I couldn't... I realized after I got in the lobby that my playoff banners had completely blacked out my truck. And I don't have access to the paint file. Noah does. And by the time that he could have got it, it was like 5 laps in. So it looked kind of awkward being out there with the absolute opposite color of everything. But either way, he got that for me. I'm happy for that. My team, of course, I've thanked them hundreds of times. But, I mean, it's the only reason I'm talking to you right now, really. And Brady, of course, I know Brady's probably watching. Hope you're doing well, Brady. You guys for doing what you do. I know my pops was watching. It's Veterans Day, and he served in the Air Force, so this is a pretty special win. And my great uncle, who was on the hood and rear of my truck, he served in the Army, so this is definitely a emotional win in a way. I'm gonna hold this one for a very long time, but like I said, just thank all the drivers for what they do, racing me the way that they do, and thank the Lord for getting me through all these hardships that I've gone through. And if anybody watching sees a GoFundMe or anything for Cuba or the Philippines or Taiwan, it's not a good situation. Of course, I'm going into meteorology, and the results that we're seeing from 2 super typhoons are not good, not what we wanted at all. And the most recent one this week hit in a direct spot that Christine hit a couple of weeks ago, and over 200 people are dead. So it's not good. We haven't got the numbers yet. There's people missing, but I'll update anybody that needs updated as we get those. But as of now, it's still a Category 3 typhoon, but it's not going to make landfall again, thankfully. But it's not good. So any help that they can get would be greatly appreciated.
Well, MDW, obviously, prayers to everybody on that is affected, including you. And we'll be praying for you on all of that. But, buddy, appreciate your time. Congratulations on the win. And we'll see you in Hotlanta next week.
All right. Thank y'all.
That was MDW gets the win here tonight. Steven, final thoughts on a fantastic race here tonight at Chicagoland.
It was a fantastic race, and Matthew Wood earned his padlock. He'll automatically advance into the Elite 14 coming up here in 3 weeks. Had a lot of lead changes, had a few wrecks, but not many. It was an enjoyable race. It was a lot of fun to watch and to broadcast.
And Dane, you know as well as I do, got to get you up here for final thoughts on a fantastic race at Chicagoland. He don't want to talk. Well, all right then, we won't even talk to Dean. Yeah, well, he said it was a good race. He loved the 3-4 or 3-4 wide, however you want to look at it. He was talking about that throughout the race, so he loved that. But folks, we'll close it out here at Chicagoland, Windy City. Was a good one here tonight. MDW will get that win. There you see right there where the playoffs begin. Chicagoland right there. Next week, MDW's name is going to be right there next to Chicagoland. We're going to my home state of Hotlanta. It will absolutely be a good one. Thanks to all the sponsors. Obviously, DSR Electric for the title sponsor of this race. Obviously, Blanchard's Touring for what they do for the Xfinity Series, Premier Racing Setups for what they do. Starbase 1552 Comics, Blue Line Designs. Always got to give a good old shout out to Hut Weeds that obviously painted a truck for me. Hopefully, I'll be able to race that here pretty soon. Warrior Wraps right there as well. We can't forget about the big one. Obviously, concerns of police survivors for everything that they do for this series. Great organization. Happy to have them with us. Shout out to the fans each and every Friday night. I mean, honestly, Monday through Friday, y'all come out in numbers all the time. The drivers appreciate their grittiness, their beef, however you want to look at it. They always put on a great show each and every night that we race here. And obviously, Brady LaBeouf, Cody Nod, everybody within the Nazareth 360 Racing Network. Oh, boy. It's going to be a good one right here over the next couple of weeks. For the Australian, Dean Hopton Biggles, and also for the Steve, the Viking Bartlett, I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves, said as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. And, folks, I ain't going to have to drive too far next week. We're going to my neck of the woods. Hotlanta. We're going to the old version, not the super speedway, slick, sloppy, all over the place. They're going to be racing like they're on a quarter-mile dirt track next week at the old Legacy Atlanta Motor Speedway. See it right there, November 15th, 140 laps. It's going to be a good one. You want to see it? Make sure you like and subscribe, Nazareth 360 Racing Network, and be here next Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you there.